Hello guys, my name is Sagar and this will be a video regarding the flashing instruction of ROMKTPRO Android 11. I do apologize if there is a lot of background noise. I don't have a proper mic to record my audio, but I'll still do my best. So this is the released version by Katie himself, and you can check out the change log in the KT Pro Forever Android 11 group. And there is a download link where you can follow to download both of these files which are there. You need to download them and place them wherever you want, and as you can see, everything works totally fine for me. And right now I am on this version, which I'm going to upgrade to the latest one. Okay, follow me for the flashing instructions next. I will be putting on some add-ons like how you can back up your current data, because a clean flash is required every time you go ahead to flash the KT Pro ROM. Okay, so please bear with me. Let's go ahead. So for the backup, I use Migrate, and as you can see, I do user plus system updates, and for some of the applications I don't choose, for example Chrome and the web view, because they don't matter anyways. So I go ahead and click on next, back up my SMS and also my call logs, and then we can go ahead to start the backup. It will go ahead calculating the size, everything. So this is a very good way of backing up your app data, even if you want to do a clean flash. So let's meet up once this is backed up. So as you can see guys, the backup has been completed and we have got the 4 zip files here which we'll need to restore our data. And if you check it out here, we have also got the 2 files that we need to flash the ROM. Now let's go ahead and check in the group, because we would need any one of these 3 recoveries to flash this ROM. Now I also need to inform you, it's a disclaimer, that as you know, flashing a custom ROM will void your warranty and you need an unlocked bootloader, and if anything goes wrong, it's not my issue. It's just a flashing guide, guys. Don't blame me if your device gets bricked. Now we'll meet you up in the recovery, for which I'm going to use the Sharp recovery, which has been my default recovery for a long time now, which I would also suggest guys to flash with. So I am using the Skyhawk recovery for flashing, as I mentioned earlier, and you need to check before flashing that your MI account has been removed. Also, the security section, your fingerprint, your face unlock, everything has been removed. Now let's go ahead to flash the ROM. First, because I have not done that, because I didn't do it, I'll just clear the system lock. That will clear all my security from the account. Now let's see, just mount up the details, go to flash, advanced swipe, and select all the options, not the internal storage, and we will go ahead and clean flash the ROM. Now once the wipe has been done, let's mount the vendor again and go to the flash in the internal storage. Now here I do have the stored version, which is the 27, the latest version. So I need to select that, plus I just select this for no reason, but I do it. It's my choice. Let's flash it. So now it's being flashing guys, and we'll wait for it and let's see once it has been done. So guys, it just took 2 minutes to flash the whole ROM, and just to inform you, Magisk is included and you cannot have this ROM without root, and you don't ask for it as well because you will not get it. And the DM or DFE is being flashed right now. Once that is done, this is for people who don't have an decrypted device, but I'm still doing it because it causes no harm. Now, once that is done, I just see it here, and for my choice, I go to system. I go to system again. Here in, I believe in privileged apps, I actually don't use the music app from Xiaomi, so I delete that, and I also delete the notes which I don't use. So that's what I do right now. I delete them for later use, and that's all done for the first step. We will go ahead and reboot. I'm really sorry for the background noise, guys. It's just my fan, which you can see above me here, above me. And it's my first time recording a video like this with my voice as well, because I wanted to communicate with the guys who asked me a lot of questions in the group. And as you can see, it's a real-time booting that is happening right now. What I do recommend usually is just one more time, for God's sake, just do a hard reboot. It makes things easier and faster. So you'll need to do another hard boot here. One hard boot is done. Let's see how the ROM boots up. So guys, this is all real time, and it's not been cut or edited by me in the booting process, because many of the guys do get stuck in the boot logo and they ask me this and that. So this is for them to confirm and see how it boots up, so that they know how to clearly flash the ROM. As you can see, the ROM has been put up. So it's up here right now. Let's go ahead. Let's wait for some time. India back, and I do select English. So on the first boot, people might get some touch issues, anything this and that. Don't worry, it's a simple thing and everything will be fine once you have flashed the fix for the. So I'm using Jio as well as Airtel, which I use Airtel for most of the things now. I do have a Wi-Fi, but I do think so I should connect it. Just give me a minute, please. So now the Wi-Fi has been connected. You may get some pop-up like this is stop, this is stop. Don't worry, just continue to go ahead. And as you can see, there is a dual status bar enabled for this particular build, and I do find that the padding is not that good right now, but I would suggest you to wait until I check the fix for this ROM. So let's do the proper flashing of this. So one more thing I will need to tell you guys is that you need to always set up your Mi Cloud account first before flashing the fix file. Otherwise, that's of no use. So let's just put in my Google account first, and let's meet you after I have put up my Google account. So guys, I'm back and it's raining outside, so a little bit more background noise for you. I have signed in with my Google account. As you can see, the Xiaomi Cloud is showing up, which I really don't use, but it's no harm to me. I keep it open. Now just follow the procedure here. Fingerprint, screen lock. I'll just skip it for now. And okay, you might think that it's working or not. So let's see. Okay, this is my password, guys, if you get my phone someday. So let's go ahead and set up my fingerprint. As you can see, It's all recording, all good. Done for now. It's all selected. For now, I'll just leave it for classic, full screen gestures. And you can see sometimes this pop-ups coming up. Don't worry. So you have now boot up to the ROM. Let's wait. Let it cool down. And see, we have booted up. Got the first boot fixed, and I've still not flashed the fix now. So what I usually do is I go to Magisk and I usually install Magisk at this moment. So I do that and do this as well. And see, as you can see, both things are working. That we'll see after the flash has been completely done. Okay, now let's open up Magisk and see. Okay, and Mi Cloud Fix. Let's see what are the modules which have been included. So that's all done now. Let's go back to the recovery, guys. Usually I go to Magisk and from there I go to the recovery. So please wait up. I'll meet you at the recovery. So guys, let's flash the fix file now. So this is the fix file and let's flash it. So once this has been flashed, we see if everything is mounted. And what I do usually is at this time I go ahead and flash these zip backups and for flash. So this is being flashed for the Migrate app, for which I used to get all my apps back even after a clean flash. So let's wait up, and once this is flashed I will meet you guys. So everything now has been flashed, which I needed to, and let's see if everything is there. All right, everything is all clear. Now let's boot up and see how much time does it take to boot up. Once it has been boot up, I'll just go ahead and check through a few applications which most people think don't work for them. So let's check out the MIUI AOD, which is the always on display, as well as the original camera app. Once we have checked that app and everything down, I will be back with the overview and once I have installed everything. So let's get it raw, get it everything on the camera so that it can happen, so that everyone can see actually. So let's see. So we are back at this ROM right now. If you see, this is still showing up, and let's see if something can be done for that. So first we'll go to the additional settings, and here we will see the full screen display. Now let's try and do that. Not now. This is not going up. I don't know why. It's still showing up. But let's see, I'll tell you what happened. But first let's see if the camera is working fine. So the camera is working fine, guys, and this is actually not working. Oh, this is actually working. So let's see. Okay. So for the fact we can see the camera is working, and let's see the always on display, and let's turn it on. I usually put this for 10 seconds because it's an LCD panel. Let's go ahead and check it out. So AOD works fine, and it's all backing up my contacts and everything. Okay, I'll use fingerprint. It works fine. As you can see, the fingerprint is also working smoothly, but this is the first thing that shows up. Let's see if I can do something for that. I'll be back once I have set everything up on the account, so please wait for that. So now the device is all set up. as you can see, I am running the new build which has been released. This is the 21.5.27 from KTPRO, and as you can see, the dual status bar has been implemented, and everything is working fine. The ROM is buttery smooth, no UI lags or anything, no jitters, and everything is fine. But there are a few things because of this new implementation for the dual status bar. You will find a few bugs, or I won't say bugs, but yeah, it is going to be improved in the future. So yeah, first thing is as you might see that the gestures, what you can see, you don't see that bar here. Okay, now if I go here and let's go to system navigation, and if I click this off, this will come back even though the system gestures are working. Okay, but you will see that you this annoying thing. So the simple fix for now at least is to turn the full screen indicator off. Once you do that, you will be able to use it. Now one more thing is that I have got two SIM cards inside this phone, but if people are using one SIM card, there would be one icon less here. And if I turn on the Wi-Fi, then you would see that yeah, there is this type of a thing. But as you can see, the clock, I use a 24-hour clock, so it's fine working for me, good. But if I switch on this Wi-Fi here, I do get this type of a edge detection here. But also if you see, the padding here is a little bit bigger compared to the notch. That also I think so will be fixed in the future. Guys, wait for that. Whereas then if you go to Magisk right now and if you check the safety net, it passes successfully. But what I usually do as well is I go here and hide the Magisk app. Once I do that, I just leave it for a few seconds and you will see that it has been done. So once this shuts down, just a second. Okay, so it just relaunched, and let's see. This actually helps in games like PUBG and everything, where people still get force closed and everything. If you see here, you will see that there is a Dolby Atmos zip which was dumped into the internal storage, which if you want you can flash. I will not be doing that. And what you can do for now is you can delete the TWRP here, and I'll show you what modules I have been using. So this is the new Magisk Hide app, and if I go here, you can see that I have removed a couple of fixes from here because I don't simply need them. I've added the new power menu, and these all things I have kept this up in, let's say in the future if I need 90 FPS. Otherwise all the other things I have removed. Everything is working fine, it's smooth, guys. If you don't have a Wi-Fi, you don't need to think about it, or else if you don't have the two SIM cards inside it, you don't have to worry about it. Everything else is fine. If you see, I have not set up a face unlock yet. The AOD keeps it's all working fine and good. And if you check, the fingerprint was also very quick. I'll show you the default camera once again. Everything is good, nothing crashes. So guys, please like think before you speak in the group as well. And that being said, the temperature as well as there are no heating issues whatsoever. As you can see, the CPUs are working quite well. There is no overload on the CPUs, which means that the temperature will be going low and good. And also should remember, guys, that this is an overclocked CPU and GPU, so there will be don't expect battery life like it's good that you get like 6 hours of battery life on this ROM. Anything else, please don't accept or expect, I'm sorry. And everything is fine now. I'll just have to reboot. The new power menu has not been shown up because I've not rebooted yet. So once I have reboot this, I'll be back and I'll show you what the new UI looks like. Okay. So guys, now it's booting up. Let's see if the modules in Magisk and everything is fine. So it's now booted up. Let's put in the password and give it some time to settle down. And once it is settled down, you can check in my application for Magisk, which will be like settings. Yeah, so if you go there, so the power menu, everything has been added. If you see, this is the new power menu here in the building, as Munchie says. So yeah, everything works fine, just a couple of things here and there. But after the first boot, you can see the padding here is actually fine. I think so because the Geo SIM has not yet started working, because once it starts working, this will cramp up the whole space there. So that's all from me. I'm sorry it was down here. So everything works fine, and it's all smooth. This was a complete flashing guide from me, and just hope this video helped you guys, so that there is a less questions in the group about how to flash the ROM. You can watch this. I know it's been more than 15 minutes long video, but yes, I've tried my best to communicate with you guys, and thank you once again for watching. I'm sorry once again for the background noise. I did not have a proper mic to record this video. Appreciate your patience and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.